Hi, it's Matt. On today's tech tip, we are going to winterize this 2026 9.6 by Northern Lite that is equipped with a Truma option. The steps that we're going to go through are going to be to drain the freshwater tank, drain the hot and cold low point drains, drain the Truma, put the Truma into bypass mode so that it doesn't fill up with antifreeze, and then we're going to go and pump RV antifreeze through all of the faucets, including filling up the P-traps. All you're going to need is your pickup tube that's in your owner's bag and 1 gallon of RV antifreeze. We're going to start the winterization process outside at the dump valve area. We've already drained our gray tank and our black tank, and in this camper we have 2 lithium batteries which we're going to be able to run our pump off. Make sure you have your batteries either in and your battery switch on, or you're connected to shore power to winterize your camper. Let's do a quick overview of all the valves that are in this area on a 9.6. We've got our gate valve for our black tank, our gate valve for our gray tank, our cold waterline low point drain, our hot waterline low point drain, and our fresh tank drain. To start the process, I'm going to open all these valves up and let the fresh tank drain along with any water that is in the hot and cold lines. Now we're going to go ahead and drain our Truma. We turned our Truma off several hours ago, so the water is going to be room temperature. I've got a mock-up plumbing piece right in front of me here that I'm going to demonstrate on, just because where the valve is a little tight to get to on camera. The valve that we're going to be wanting to open is this. Right now it is in the closed position. To open it, the lever is going to be parallel to the line. It can be accessed directly down in front of the Truma and slightly forward. I've now opened the valve and water is now exiting the Truma tank through the Truma drain. Our Truma was off for several hours, so the water coming out of the tank is room temperature. If you've just turned yours off, make sure that when you open the valve, there's no one standing directly in front of it. Now that our Truma tank's draining, we can put the Truma tank into bypass mode. What this will do is when we go to winterize the camper, it will make sure that we don't pump antifreeze into the Truma tank. Looking directly down at the Truma, you'll see there's a 3-way valve. Right now it is in the normal position, which is horizontal. What this does is it allows water from the pump to go through the valve, through a pressure reducer, into the Truma tank, which then gets heated. Since we don't want that to happen, we are going to turn the 3-way valve into the vertical position. This will divert the water around the Truma and make sure we don't get any antifreeze in the tank. While our fresh tank is draining, we can go ahead and get our pickup tube connected to the plumbing system and our antifreeze bottle. We're not going to start pumping it through the system yet. We'll wait until our fresh tank is drained. We can save a bit of time by going ahead and getting ready now. The first thing we're going to do is we want to make sure that we close our valve, which pulls water from the fresh tank and pulls it to the pump. We want this in the off position, so none of the RV antifreeze is going to go into the freshwater tank. Located here is our antifreeze pickup. We're going to undo the cap, set it aside, and go ahead and connect the threaded portion of our pickup tube to the threaded portion we just exposed. We can then go ahead and get the bare end of the tube into the bottom of our antifreeze bottle. We're going to leave our antifreeze pickup valve off for now. We'll wait until our fresh tank is completely drained, and then we'll go ahead and we'll shut the freshwater tank drain as well as the hot and cold low point drains. Now that our fresh tank has stopped draining, we're going to go down into the dump valve area and close our valves. As a reminder, we're going to shut our cold water low point drain, our hot water low point drain, and our fresh tank drain valves. Next, we're going to go inside the camper and we're going to shut the drain valve for the Truma. Using our visual prop here again, the valve that we are going to close is the same one we previously opened. To close it, we're simply going to return the lever into the perpendicular position. Again, this valve can be accessed directly down and slightly forward in the bench opening. We're now ready to start pumping the antifreeze through all of our hot and cold supply lines so we can winterize the kitchen faucet, the bathroom shower, the toilet, and the exterior shower. The first step is to go to where we connected our antifreeze pickup tube and open the valve. Opening this valve is going to allow the antifreeze to get drawn in from our container through the pump. Once that valve is open, we're going to go to our monitor panel and turn our pump on. Now that our pump is on, we are ready to go winterize each faucet. What I'm going to do is open the faucet on fully cold and let it run until I see, in our case, pink, or the color of your antifreeze, come out the faucet. We'll then turn it off, switch it to fully warm, and repeat the same step. We let a little more volume go through the faucet just to make sure that we had a little bit of antifreeze in our P-trap to make sure that it didn't freeze. We're going to replicate that exact same step now in the bathroom. When we do the shower, we're going to let the shower drain directly into the shower drain instead of that of the sink. That way we make sure that we get some antifreeze in both the shower sink P-trap as well as the shower floor P-trap. Make sure you also do the outside shower. Now that all our lines are winterized, we're going to turn our pump off, go back to our antifreeze pickup valve, turn that off, and now we can go ahead, remove our pickup line, and reinstall our cap. Once that's done, your 9.6 is fully winterized.